Atheism and theism are two contrasting philosophical positions that have engendered intense debate throughout history. While atheism asserts the absence of belief in any deities, theism argues in favor of the existence of at least one divine entity. This discourse delves into the varying viewpoints and arguments put forth by proponents of each position, aiming to shed light on the core issues surrounding the contentious debate. Atheism, often characterized as a disbelief in gods, is built upon the rejection of religious and supernatural claims. Atheists argue that the burden of proof lies with theists who assert the existence of deities, and that until sufficient evidence is provided, disbelief is the logical stance to adopt. Prominent atheist thinkers, such as Richard Dawkins and Sam Harris, emphasize the importance of utilizing reason and empirical evidence in understanding the natural. Remembering. Atheists often criticize theistic beliefs for relying on faith and unsupported claims. They argue that the lack of empirical evidence renders the concept of God not only doubtful, but also unnecessary for understanding the universe and living a moral life. Moreover, several atheists contend that religion can be a source of societal division, promoting dogma, intolerance, and even violence. In their view, secularism provides a more rational and inclusive framework for progress and coexistence. On the contrary, theism asserts the existence of a divine being or beings, providing a spiritual framework which offers meaning, purpose, and moral guidance to believers. Theists argue that the complexity and order evident in the universe suggest a higher intelligence at work. They point to personal experiences, religious texts, and philosophical reasoning as evidence for the existence of God. For many theists, faith is seen as a virtue and a pathway to spiritual enlightenment. Theists often stress that the absence of empirical evidence does not invalidate the existence of God. They contend that God's nature transcends the physical realm and cannot be fully understood or measured by scientific methods. The argument from design, the cosmological argument, and the moral argument are commonly invoked by theistic thinkers as rational justifications for belief in a divine being. Moreover, theists argue that religious faith fosters consolation, hope, and ethical behavior. The debate between atheism and theism has far-reaching implications for individuals, societies, and cultures. It touches upon existential questions about meaning, morality, and the nature of reality. Both positions have passionate adherents who commit themselves to exploring these fundamental questions, often engaging in intellectual battles that challenge deep-held beliefs and shape the fabric of our worldview.